We are now in 2026, and based on recent leaks, it's going to be Apple's most innovative year in the last decade, with 20 new products coming out, some of which will be so good that they'll instantly take over the market, like the iPhone Ultra and the revival of the 12-inch MacBook, which will destroy the Windows laptop market. So let's jump right in order of which products are coming first. And number 1 is going to be the M5 MacBook Air, coming as soon as January of 2026. And this one is going to be just like the M4 model we currently have, except swapped out with the M5 chip. No other changes there. And then getting into number 2, we have the new revived 12-inch MacBook with the A18 Pro chip. Yes, we have code leaks of Apple testing this chip within a MacBook, and it's not going to have a 12-inch display. It's actually going to be 13 inches. But thanks to the slimmed-down bezels, they're going to fit it in a chassis that's around the same size as the classic 12-inch MacBook, and it's going to have the best battery life of any laptop ever made, and it's going to kill the Windows market. Moving on to number 3, we have the iPad Air, which is getting updated, but this is going to be a pretty simple update. It's just going to get the M4 chip, so it's going to be more powerful. But don't expect any major changes, and it is not getting a new display. It's going to be the same as before. Number 4 is going to be Apple's Smart Home Hub with the new smarter Siri built in. It's going to look kind of like a tablet that goes onto your wall, and it's going to have a brand new Home OS that controls all of your smart devices and all of your music streaming, everything for your home. It's going to be very, very cool. I can't wait to test it out. Number 5 is the M5 Pro and M5 Max Pros. As you know, we just got the base M5 model, and it saw a huge boost in graphics performance, but now we're still waiting on the Pro and Max, and those are going to be coming. Don't expect any changes to the design or displays. It's just going to have those much faster chips, and I have a feeling Apple's going to add more cores to make the graphics even faster. For number 6, we have the OLED iPad mini. Yes, we just had this leak which shows this is getting a full redesign. They're actually planning on getting rid of the speaker grills on the top and bottom and switching it out for vibration-based speakers so they could have this be waterproof rated, which is just insane. But the display is getting updated to OLED, which is going to be a massive deal. That's the only thing lacking in the current iPad mini that we have, which means we're also expecting thinner bezels and of course a chip update to the A19 Pro. So this is going to be a beast. And then number 7 is the A18 budget iPad. This is just going to be a chip upgrade from the current A16 to the A18. So, it's going to be a little bit faster. Don't expect any major changes. The price should stay the same. Now, moving on to number 8. This is going to be during June's WWDC event, which Apple hosts every year. And this is going to be the M5 and M5 Pro Mac Mini, which you guys know Apple redesigned the Mac Mini to make it super tiny. It even fits in your pocket with up to an M4 Pro chip. Well, now they're going to do a simple chip swap and update to the M5 and M5 Pro. That means the graphics on this is going to be insane. It's going to be a little AI beast. Like local LLMs running insanely well on this machine, a lot of data centers will probably pick these up in mass, like hundreds of these to make crazy workstation server farms. Number 9 is going to be the M5 iMac. Yes, a lot of people think we could just skip the M5, wait for the M6, but we did have code leak that pointed to an iMac with the M5 chip existing. So Apple will likely just update that at the same time. Don't expect any changes, just the chip swap. And then moving on to number 10, we have the Mac Studio, which yes, it's going to be just a chip swap to the M5 Max, but we have leaks of Apple working on the M5 Ultra, and that chip is going to be insane with the brand new chip technology. It is going to be a massive boost. Coming from the current M3 Ultra to the M5 Ultra, it's going to be absolutely insane, and I think this new chip is going to outperform NVIDIA's best GPUs in terms of graphics. But first, our sponsor, Alumu, has their A17 series cases that look really unique with these CPU cooling holes that are milled out of a single piece of aluminum that keeps your iPhone 17 Pro much cooler since it dissipates heat away from the chip. So, go ahead and order them today by using the link in the description. So, go ahead and order them today by using the links in the video description and pinned comment below. For number 11, we have that same M5 Ultra chip, but in the Mac Pro. That is going to be an absolute beast for those who need all those extra ports, all those extra slots for everything they need. Of course, it's a very niche market, but there will be people buying this for commercial use. For number 12, we also have 2 different versions of a brand new 27-inch studio display. I think one version is going to be pretty basic with 60Hz refresh rate and basic LCD, but then we're going to have a second version with 120 Hertz Prussian, and Mini LED. That's going to be the Pro version for a lot more money, and I'm expecting that to come alongside these desktop Macs, or maybe with the new MacBook Pros. Now for number 13, we have the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max. I have it as the same number since it's essentially the same phone. We're expecting some changes with faster 2nm chips. That's going to be the big marketing point. But don't expect the design to change. They might just shrink down the dynamic island on the front to make it look different, but the back should stay relatively the same. For number 14, we have the iPhone Air 2, which yes, is coming. Apple is planning on making it. They usually never discontinue anything right away based on low sales, which the iPhone Air is not selling great. There is going to be a 2, and Apple is considering dual cameras. So, you might be wondering, how is Apple going to pull that off? Well, we have had patents over the last few years of Apple working on a 2-in-1 camera module system, so you'll have just one lens. But it could dynamically switch with either motors or magnets between ultra-wide and main using the same 48-megapixel sensor. That is going to be a really cool feature. Now, for number 15, this is an all-new product that Apple has never made before. The iPhone Ultra, or essentially the new Fold. Apple has been working on this for literally a decade. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting until the tech gets good enough to make it make sense. And I think this is going to be great because they're rumored to be working with Samsung to have a creaseless display. Yes, finally. But they're going to pack in their new high-density battery, which, yes, the iPhone Air has the high-density battery. They're going to put it in the Fold to give you killer battery life and killer performance. And it's rumored to be full of cameras as well. Now, for number 16, we have the Apple Watch Ultra 4. And this one's coming in September. And we have leaks and rumors of there being a redesigned Apple Watch band system that's going to work with magnets instead of these classic clasps. This basically means that the current Apple Watch bands will no longer be supported, and Apple will have a brand new system and a basic reset of all bands, which some people are not going to like, but the new bands are going to be insanely good. And then for 17, we're going to have the same thing. But for the Apple Watch Series 12, you should expect the same design, but with the band system being replaced, which yes, since they get rid of all that wasted space from the band system and switch the magnets, you're going to have more space on the inside to either make it thinner or add bigger batteries for much better battery life. And then for number 18, this is a huge one. Mark Gurman just talked about it. Redesigned M6 Pro and M6 MacBook Pro. This is going to be insane. We're expecting a thinner design all the way around. We're expecting for the first time ever tandem OLED displays on these MacBook Pros and much faster 2nm M6 series chips. This is going to be a game changer. We're also expecting touchscreen displays. They're going to get rid of the notch at the top and add the dynamic island for the first time ever. This is going to be the best upgrade in years. Now, for number 19, we're expecting the M6 MacBook Pro, the successor of the M5 that just came out, except this is not going to get the redesign. It's going to stay with the same exact design as we currently have. And it'll just be a simple chip swap to the M6. And then finally, for number 20, this is going to be a groundbreaking product for Apple. It's going to be their new Apple Smart Glasses, which Apple's expected to reveal at the end of next year, but it's not actually going to launch until 2027. This is essentially going to be a copy of the Meta Ray B bands that have the display with built-in AI to kind of detect and see what you see. But these will not have an AR display just yet. That's going to come in a future version according to the leaks and rumors. So there you guys go. Those are 20 products to expect from Apple next year. Let me know in the comments down below which one you're the most excited about, and definitely subscribe above for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.